Hello and welcome to Fiber Fun with Olivia. My name is Olivia. I am a knitter, a crocheter, and a lover of all fiber things related. Welcome to the Fiber Fun familia. If you are new here, a hearty welcome to you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you stick around and have a little bit of fun with us. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Whips, Sips, and Fiber Fun Chitter Chatter. I normally upload these videos on Fridays at the latest Saturday every week whenever I can. Some weeks I cannot because it's just too crazy, but I try to. I try to get some up on Fridays. So today, let's talk about our sip. I am having, if you are not new here, you know I love my iced tea. I didn't put any ice in it because I make it cold, I home brew it. And actually, this time I kind of cheated when I home brewed it. I don't know if it's cheating, but it's I'm not actually getting the tea leaves and putting it in and straining them out. I'm saying I kind of cheated because I used these iced tea packets that I ordered from Harney and Sons. And this is the peach one, but I actually am drinking the mango one. I just already threw out the little box. I had ordered them a while back. Initially, I wasn't a big fan of them because I've had others that I like more. They come in these little packs and I throw them into a pitcher of water, leave them overnight in the fridge. That smells so good. I love the way tea smells. And yeah, so I have my iced tea. Let's have our sip. I still might need to add the ice because I do like it iced. Anywho, because I got a 4-pack that was on sale at the time, I'm finishing them up. So that's what our sip is for today. Now, as far as our whips and our FOs, I have one whip to share with you, and I have 2 FOs, 2 finished objects. One of my FOs you have seen before, but now it's blocked, and I really love how it looks, so I want to share that with you. I also have 3 magazines to share with you that I've purchased within the past few weeks. I like to take my kiddos to the bookshops, the thrift bookshops or Barnes & Noble, and we've been going a couple of times extra this month, so Mommy found some extra magazines that I just quickly want to share with you. And normally I share my yarn finds or yarn purchases, but I actually shared my yarn haul video in my last video. So if you haven't seen that, please go check that out. I visited 2 local yarn shops and oh my gosh, I had fun and I cannot wait to begin using those up. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? First, I'm going to share my whip with you, my work in progress. And if you follow me on Instagram, Fiber Fun with Olivia as well, you may have seen this already, but you haven't seen as much as I have crocheted. I decided, as many of you know, I love to make stash busting blankets. And if you haven't seen those videos, I'll list them down below as well. I have a couple of them that were really popular. And I've done stash busting with worsted. Actually, I've made a few with worsted. And then I made one with chunky. And now I've started one with bulky. And that one's kind of been sitting around. But recently, I picked up a lot of my DK weight yarn and I said, let's get to using it. And I have always wanted to make a rectangle granny stitch blanket. So that's what I started. Let me share that with you. And it's still kind of connected to one of the yarns because it is still a work in progress, but this is what I have so far. Let me see how much I can share with you. This is what it's looking like. All DK yarn. It's quite long. If I stand up, I think you'll lose me, but that's okay. Maybe you can still see. I love colorful projects, stash busting projects like this. and this is no exception. I am using beautiful DK weight yarn that I've either gotten in a yarn subscription box or that I purchased from an indie dyer. I know that I have some yarnable yarn in here. I know that I have some stitching with yarn in here. I forget what all the other ones are. I'll probably put this, I don't think I have yet. I haven't put it on my Ravelry page. If you're on Ravelry, I'm Mad About Crochet in there. Go friend me. And I will try to put pictures and list the yarns that I did use, or at the very least, if I don't list them, I'll try to put pictures of them with the tags on them so you know. But let me get you some close-ups. Let me fold it a little bit so you can see it better, because when I don't fold it, I feel like you can see through it or something. Let me turn it around. I've got some teals in here. And this is the stitching with yarn. I think this was part of our Valentine's Day. I forget the name of it. And then this one isn't stitching with yarn. This is another, I can't remember, but it's another indie dyer that I follow on Instagram. So I'm loving how this is turning out. I will say that it happened again. I always mention this in my stash busting blanket pattern idea videos. I always say, don't be scared, figure it out as you go, use the next yarn. I always decide as I'm there, what am I gonna use next? And I did get a little bit nervous this time because I thought, oh my God, am I making a hot mess? But then I thought, you know what? Trust the process, go with it, make sure you're using yarns that you love. And yeah, it might look a little crazy, but you know what? I don't care. I even have some Lopsided Crafter in here when she had her subscription box, because I was subscribed to her and I opted for the DK weight. So I'm pretty sure it's the blue one here. I'm loving how crazy this looks. So yeah, this is my work in progress. And I can share here. Let me see if I can. So I'm also using some Cascade yarns in here that I've had forever, and I just haven't used up. See, I have more of that Cascade, and then this is that other one. It's not stitching with yarn. I forget what it is. If I remember, I'll try to put it on here. I also use some loops and threads. It's called Joy DK. I use that all up. I think I showed some of this in the last video. Oh yeah, this one was woolen fibers. Woolen women fibers. That's what this one was. The stitching with yarn, I already used up, the one that I just showed you. And so I only have these in here right now because I've used up most of the ones that I started off with. So this is probably gonna, stop pretty soon. I might end it with this color that I'm really liking because it goes with every single color in this blanket. So yeah, I might just make like a couple more rows of that color if I have enough, and just stop there because I really like it. And I love the size. This is perfect to like maybe take in the car with me, or just have it on the sofa when I'm watching TV, or I don't know. Maybe I'm hesitant. I want to say, oh, maybe I'll gift it, but I don't like gifting things that you can't just throw in the washer and people might felt it. I'm scared of that. So unless it's an accessory, then I feel like they're more likely to hand wash it so that it doesn't felt. But so I'm probably not going to gift this. And because I love the colors, I'll probably keep it. Anyway, this is my whip. All right. My two FOs are finished objects. Like I said, one of them you have seen before because I finished it. I just hadn't blocked it. And now I have blocked it. I forget the name of this pattern. I'm going to put it somewhere here. But I do remember the name of the yarn. It's by Sprinkled Fibers. And here is the shawl. I hope you can see it. I don't think there's a wrong side or, oh, maybe there is. Yeah, I think you kind of go back and forth. So there is no wrong side, right side. Let me try to put it closer to the camera. Stand up so you can, so I can lift it even higher. I love the shawl so much. Initially, when I was making it, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I wigged out a little bit when I started making this because I thought, oh my God, is this too much? Is it too much pink? But I love it. I absolutely love it. I can wear it as a shawl. I mean, as a shawl, as a scarf, like this. I can wear it as a shawl. I already tried it on. You know, wearing it like this, and maybe get a shawl pin and put it here, or just, you know, wear it. Excuse me, I'm wearing a dress right now, so this isn't the dress that I would wear with it, but maybe like a dress that has no sleeves, or just, you know, tie it up like this. I mean, there's so many things I can do with this, and it feels so nice. The way that I'll probably use it the most, oh, 'cause sometimes I do this at work. If I take it to work, I'll tie it on the side. I get a lot of compliments when I wear it on the side because it kind of like shows off, you know, the edges and the back and a variety of colors. I think I tied it too much, but you know, so I can leave it kind of hanging. I don't know. It's not perfect right now because I'm doing it so quickly, but I can do so many things with this, and I really am so happy. This yarn is beautiful. It is by Sprinkled Fibers, and I still have some left over. I have a lot left over, actually. This, I don't know. Originally, my daughter wanted this. I don't know if she still wants it. If she still wants it, she can have it. And if not, then I'll have to make another one. But I did buy the pattern. So this is my finished object. I love it. I love it. It makes such a difference when it's blocked. It's just lovely. These colors make me so happy. My second finished object is the pressed flowers. Again, you've seen it before. It wasn't finished though, and it wasn't blocked. So it is the cowl. It's not the shawl. Maybe I should put it this way. And so the pattern is knit flat, and then you seam it. And it has, the pattern has three separate pattern parts. One where it has no flowers, two where it has some sprinkled flowers, three where it has a lot of flowers. And depending on the length of the cowl that you want to make, it'll tell you do this one 3 times, do this one 2 times, or because I was choosing to make the shortest cowl, it didn't have me do any of the part 1 section, but I think I was knitting too tight and my gauge was a little bit smaller, so I actually did put in some of the section 1, which is here. This part right here, this is where I tied it in or sewed it in. And I found that I mean, I could even make a cowl just out of that section. It's so pretty. It's using both yarns. And I think this was, yep, it was Casey Knits, the color of the flowers. All of this information will be in the description box. But this is going to be the back part. And I did learn how to do, was this a mattress stitch? I think it was the first time that I ever tried the mattress stitch. So I really liked it. So this part is going to be the back, but this part, the one with the flowers, is going to be in the front. And you know, I can fix it and whatever, make it droop a little bit here, fix it, but I love it. I love it. I love the pattern of the pressed flowers. This was pushing myself to do some color work. It is mosaic knitting, which means it's not like in Tarja. In Tarja, you're using multiple colors, so different strands from different yarn balls or yarn skeins in the same row, right? So you have like these little clips of yarn and you're going back and forth to create your picture. With mosaic knitting, you are using only one yarn at a time per row. So you might have two, maybe even three. I've never seen three. I don't know enough, but I know in the patterns that I've seen, it's usually two. And so one row will be all one, you know, color, one yarn color, and then another one might be the next color. And so you're dropping stitches and then knitting them through, and so that's how you create the color. So for me, this was like baby steps into color knitting, mosaic knitting. I'm finding that I really, really love mosaic knitting, although I am trying to get to the point where I can do intarsia. Why? Because every year I see these beautiful knit stockings that have beautiful pictures on them, and I believe most of them are intarsia. So that's going to be when I jump into the intarsia. It's super scary for me, but in the meantime, I'm just really, really enjoying mosaic knitting. And this is my second finished object. Let me fold it up again and show you one more time what this looks like. I love this yarn, and it's the stitch work and the yarn are squishy, so it's like you have a double squish factor, and I love this. I cannot wait for it to be hot, and so I can use this. Right now we're having a heat wave in the San Francisco Bay Area, 80 degrees, so I have the AC going on. You'll probably hear it. I do apologize, but it's either that or I'm gonna die. So anyway, this is my pressed flowers cowl. It's finished. Last but not least, I want to share with you 3 magazines that I purchased. Let me grab them. I can't remember if I shared this magazine before. I don't think I did, so I'm going to share it today. I picked up the Noro Knitting and Crochet Magazine issue 22 that can be displayed through August. I always pick these up whenever I see them come out. I don't have all of them, although I may. Sometimes I think I'm going to go back and look at the older ones and see if I can get the collection, but then I think, okay, you're crazy. You haven't even made one out of one of these, and that's one of my New Year's resolution, to at least make one item from one of these Noro magazines. They have beautiful items. When this magazine first started, they only had knit patterns in it. Now they have knit and crochet, and the patterns that they have are just lovely, and because they're using Noro yarns, they're self-striping and beautiful. And I'm not going to go through and show you every single pattern, but I am going to show you the 2 pages where they show all of the patterns in little pictures, so that you can get kind of an idea of what's in here. And more likely than not, I will not be using Noro because it's a little bit too scratchy for me. But there are a ton of other self-striping yarns that we can use. Let me see if I can quickly find some of my favorites in here. So when you look at this and look at the picture, it tells you the pattern number and the page, because the pages are, you know, throughout, but the patterns are towards the back. So let me show you this one. It says it's on page 36. God, all of these are so pretty. Look at that. I'll show you the other page too. Look at this. Oh my God, all of these are beautiful. And that front page one, yeah, so pretty. So this is the Noro magazine issue 22. I love it. No exception. I love it. The next one, I got it in the mail because I am subscribed to Crochet World. I subscribed, I want to say like 6 months ago. And it's not every month. You get one every other month. This one is for autumn 2023. It has a blanket right on the front, and it is the autumn magazine, so they have jumped into autumn, and everybody's talking about autumn. I feel like a lot of people are already talking about Christmas makes and Halloween makes, and I love that. Yeah, let me just show you the page of all of the things in this magazine. And then maybe show you a few favorites. You know that's one of my favorites. I will probably definitely be making that doily for the fall. Let me see if I can pull that in the bigger picture. That's on page 34. Oh my God, yes, 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 yes. If you didn't know, I am a doily lover. Do we need another doily make along? What do you guys think? Let me know, because we did one last year and everybody got to, I didn't say what doily we were making. You got to choose your own doily. It could be a mandala, because a mandala is pretty much a doily. It could be a Halloween doily, a holiday doily, or it could be whatever doily slash mandala. Let me know if you're interested in another mandala slash doily along. What else is here that I love and want to share with you? I really like the baskets that they have. Let me show you. They have quite a few baskets. Let me show you this one on page 28. Here's a snapshot of one. And here's another one. I like the texture on these. They have really pretty texture. There's a couple more, 22 and 24. I really like this one. I don't know where I would put it, but I really like it. Where you can hang it from the wall. You know, if we have small spaces, and I do, because I live in the San Francisco Bay Area in a townhome, so yes, please. Organization stuff. I really like this one. So yeah, they have a lot of really neat stuff that is considered fall, but really it's the colors that they're using. And you can make it in any color that you want, right? So it doesn't have to be a fall. There are some cowls, some shawls in here, even a runner. Page 52, let me show you this blanket. This is a Tunisian grid blanket, which I love. Of course I do. Look at all those colors. I think I'm getting into orange, y'all. Normally, and I feel like I say this in every video, but normally I don't like orange, but when it's combined with other colors, especially pink, I really do like it. So that is the Crochet World Autumn 2023 magazine. And the last magazine that I have to share with you that I purchased, it's actually a magazine from the UK. A long time ago when I lived in Florida, I used to get a lot of magazines, knitting magazines from the UK. This one looked really pretty. And of course, they're always a little bit more expensive, right? And usually the UK ones are like in this plastic, so you can't even look through them to see what you're getting. So I'm hesitant to buy them. But this one was open and I liked it. So it's called Knitting Magazine, Glorious Garter Stitch, 17 Knits in Shades of Sheep. And what issue is this? This is issue 242. And I didn't get it so much for the cover as I did for the stuff that I saw inside. What did I like inside? Of course, I definitely always love seeing like the articles that they have. Here they're talking about Irish knitter hitting Hollywood. Like their favorite items that are, you know, yarny related or random stuff. Is hand knitting a mindfulness-based intervention for fidgeters? So really cool articles. You know, I think they're hand dyeing here. But let me see, what patterns did I like from here? Oh, and there's some reviews and some yarn lines that I've just never heard of and that are probably more available in the UK or in Europe. So I like to see those. Ah, yes, I liked these shawls, of course. Olivia likes the non-gagey accessory. I really think those are pretty. Let's see. Oh my God, look at this. Diamonds in the fluff. That's what this one's called. It's like a poncho. But I like the colors and the texture. A lot of garter stitch in these patterns, which is probably why I liked it. There's some cardis in here for those that like making cardis. I am still trying to finish my first sweater, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be a sweater person. I'm trying. Ooh, and this I really like, the style file. So depending on, you know, what item you made, then they give you ideas on what to wear them with, which I thought was really cool because I have no fashion sense. Maybe you guys do, but I don't. There's a little purse here. Yeah, there's some sweaters for men, kids, some hats. So mostly it was the shawls and the accessories that I liked in here. So that is Knitting Magazine from the UK. So those are my 3 knitting magazines that I purchased. I do have a couple of books to share with you. I'm not going to do that today because I want to do that in a separate video. I have recently gotten into embroidery and I feel like I've gone down the rabbit hole. So I'm going to share some items with you in relation to that in another video. And yeah, so that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me and I will talk to you later. Bye.